Dear friends, welcome back. Today we will continue with looping process and in that for statement. In the last class, just I have introduced for statement, how the syntax is. Now we will continue with the for statement with the different forms. For initialization, then we will take condition to stop, and then we will take the incrementation part at the end. Then we will take the curly, then we will take the statements to repeat, then end of curly. This is general syntax of for statement. And this initialization part, in the beginning, when you take for statement, first time it takes the initialization process, then second time it continues with the condition to stop and the incrementation. That means first time if you have taken for I equal to 0, even we can do the declaration in the for statement just by taking int I is equal to 0, and this type of declaration is called as dynamic declaration of variables. Then I less than 5, I plus plus. And when I take this for int I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, first time it takes I is equal to 0 and then it checks whether I less than 5, yes, then it increments the I for the next iteration, not for the current iteration. So then it continues with the statement. Maybe if there is a statement system dot out dot println hello Java, then end of curly. So then I is equal to 0. Just I'll show that thing. I is equal to 0. So it takes hello Java. But I is incremented for the next time as 1, not for the current iteration. That means next time it will not go to the initialization part. Directly it takes I is equal to 1 and it takes again, it prints hello Java. Then it takes the I value as 2 and again it continues I is equal to 2. Then again it prints hello Java and it increments the I as 3, and in the next iteration again it continues I is equal to 3. That means every time directly it goes to the condition to stop part and then the incrementation part. It will not go to the initialization part. Only in the beginning it takes the initialization. Now again it prints hello Java. Again incremented as 4. So then at the next step, I is equal to 4 and again it prints hello Java. Now I is 5. Now when it checks the condition 5 less than 5, no, directly it comes out and takes the next statement. So this is the method how the for works. Only in the beginning it takes the initialization process. From the second time it will take the condition to stop and the incrementation. We will see one example for this for statement. open IntelliJ. Again with SRC, click on SRC, right click, new Java class, and we will take the class name as for example, and double click on class. Okay, now we have public class for example. In that, just take public static void main, then take one variable int I semicolon, then for I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I less than 5, semicolon, I plus plus. Now we will print system dot out dot println I. Then at the end, semicolon. Now just run the program. Okay, now we can see the result 1, 2, 3, 4. Just I will change this one now. I is equal to 0, I less than 1, I plus plus. Once again I will run. Okay, now it displays only the I is equal to 0. Now I will take I less than 0, whether it works or not. Okay, so I is equal to 0, I less than 0. That means it will not take the statement. Okay, we will change the statement in this way. I will not take anything in the for and I will run. Whether it works. We can take I is equal to 0, that we will take, and we will run again. Okay, now it displays the initial value continuously. That means it works like a infinite loop. If you specify only the initialization and with no condition part and the incrementation part, then it works like a infinite statement. Okay, just we will close this one, terminate. Now we will use it in another way. I is equal to 10, I greater than 0, I minus minus. Now it displays all the values starting from 10. That means 10 to 1, but in the reverse order. That means we can take it in the forward direction as well as in the backward direction. That is possible in the for. Now we will use the same program for the array. I'll take int numbers is equal to, in curly, I'll take some number 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then semicolon. Now I is equal to 0. So there are 5 numbers. I'll take I less than 5, I plus plus. And then same system dot out dot println. We'll run this one now. Now it displays the result 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 because of I. Just I'll change this one with numbers of I. Okay, so numbers of I. That is numbers of 0 is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We'll run this one now. Just we'll see the output, how it comes. So now you can see the result is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That means I in the array, the first value is numbers of 0, then numbers of 1, numbers of 2, numbers of 3, numbers of 4. So for this type of thing, there is another for statement that we will call it as a for each statement. For each statement. We can convert the same thing. I'll keep this one as it is, slash star, star slash, and just I'll take one more for. Now here the item is of type int. Now I have to take the variable of type int. I'll take one variable to iterate throughout that array. For that I'll take item. Then I'll take colon numbers. Then system dot out dot println. I'll take item. Then semicolon. We will run this program and we will see the output. So it displays all the values starting from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Here the advantage is without displaying numbers of I, directly by taking that item. That means item will take each values in this array and it displays. So if it is of type string, just I'll take slash star for whole thing and I will take string type of data. Just we will see what happens. I'll change this one as instead of int, I'll take string array numbers equal to hello, comma, Java, comma, double quotes from IntelliJ. Semicolon. Now here, this is arrays of type string, so we have to take the item data type as string. That you have to remember in the for each. Whichever data type you are taking for the array, the same thing we have to take in the for each. For string item numbers, then we can print the item. Just we will run this one and we will see the output. Okay, now you can see hello Java from IntelliJ. That means depending upon the value of array, we have to take the for each. If it is of type double, then here it will be double. If it is of type int, then we will take the int in the for each. Now we will see one more example using same for. I'll take one more class, right click, new Java class, and in that I'll take multiplication table, MUL table, and double click on class. Now public static void main, string args. Then I'll take scanner class. For that I have to take import java.util.star semicolon. Then I'll take scanner yes equal to new scanner system.in to take the input. Now I'll take system.out.println, enter number to display multiplication table of any number. So semicolon. Then I will take int number equal to yes dot next int semicolon. Then I will take for statement. For I is equal to, even I can declare that I, int I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus. Now we will print system.out.println a multiplication table. So first we have to take the number. I will take number, that is NO, number, then plus, then we have to take X symbol, plus, then we have to take I, plus in double quotes equal to, then plus number into I at the end semicolon. Now we will run this program and we will see the output. So enter number to display multiplication table of any number. I'll take 12. So it will display the result. Even you can display in the same line by taking just print. I'll take 2. Yeah. So it will display the result in the same line. Okay, the next concept is nesting of for loops. That means using one for within another for. We will call it as a nesting of for loop or nesting of for statement. I'll convert this program to display multiplication table from 1 to 10. And for that purpose, we need two for statements. Multiplication table from 1 to 10. Again, I'll take one more for. For, we'll take int and we will see what happens. Int j is equal to 1, j less than 10, j plus plus. Now instead of this number, I will take directly I into j. Just we will see the result. Okay, so it is displaying the result in continuous line. So what we will make here, we will add one space plus, and then we will add curly here, and after one curly, even we will add curly in this part. After the first curly, we will take system dot out dot println semicolon. Yes, capital. Okay. Now we will run again. Now we can expand this one and we can see the result. Okay. So now here the result is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like this way you can display it in correct line by taking, here we will take \t, that will be better. We will see the result. Once again we will run. Okay, now you can see the result. So it is displaying multiplication table from 1 to 9. So we have to take less than or equal to display up to 10. Yeah, so now it is displaying multiplication table from 1 to 10. So here the advantage is, by taking two for statement, we can execute one for within another for. So one for within another for means, so this for is repeated 10 times when the I is equal to 1. Again when I is equal to 2, again it will be repeated 10 times. I is equal to 3, again it will be repeated 10 times. That means totally it will be repeated 10 into 10 times. That means 100 times. Then this for is called inner for loop, and this for is called outer for loop statement. Outer for, inner for. Inner for is repeated outer for loop number of times. That is the concept of nested for loops. Thank you, friends. In the next class, we will continue with jumping statements.